when I have conversations with you, when I take you to the grocery store, when I encourage you, I insist upon you're looking at the back of what? It starts with an I.
Ingredients.
There you go. After you look at the ingredients, what specifically on an ingredient list do you look at?
Carbohydrates.
Carbohydrates. Why carbohydrates? What is the problem? Why are we demonizing carbohydrates?
Carbohydrates is technically sugar.
Technically sugar. Right. Carbohydrates, let's get out of the technicality of it. It is sugar. It's what the human body identifies as sugar.
Right.
And now you got broccoli. Broccoli has carbohydrates.
It does?
It does. It's going to process different fiber wise. It's going to be a fiber form of carbohydrates, which is totally different in the body. It's going to process different. It's going to go in and come out like roughage. It's going to, all that fibrous, coarse fibers are going to get in there and help scrub the cilia, which lives inside of the intestines, kind of deep, and it's going to go through scrubbing and cleansing and doing what it needs to do and come straight out of the body. Total different selection, because the body has slots, kind of like a vending machine, and the human body slots is going to pick where things are going to go. So if you were to have a Snicker, that slot would be identified as a carbohydrate, and it's going to go into the sugar bin. That's what it's going to go, sugar.
Right.
Okay, not just any sugars, but it's going to consist of corn syrup, which is a concentrated form of sugar. It's like a sugar on crack. You like to say what word? Start with an F? Facts. Are you wearing your mask because of me?
No.
Why?
Honestly, I just grabbed it. I don't know.
It's like she wants a beard, guys. I think she wants a beard. That's her way of maybe getting a beard. Whatever.
I don't want a beard.
Well, you run around with it. It looks like a little mini beard. What can I say?
Kiss Pop. No.
Okay, moving on. So a Snicker bar is going to go in the bin of carbohydrates, sugar, right? Not just any sugar. We're not talking about God's cane sugar. For those of you who know about the cane that would be in the backyard of your grandmama them house, and you peel off the green layers and you get down to that piece of cane bark kind of piece, and you sitting on that thing and you just gnawing on that thing. That's different. Still sugar, but not the concentrated version that's toxic, even more toxic, because even if you're sitting on the cane sugar, too much of that is no good and can turn into a dangerous sugar for your body. But the sugar that's the heightened, palatable, seeking, egregious sugars that we have today, that causes you to turn from human being that's intellectual, that makes choices and selections that are intelligible, that are intentional, you now turned into a beast of the earth. You now turn into, I like to say, a hamster on the wheel. Next hit, next hit, next hit, next hit. We demonize crackheads and alcoholics for hunting that next hit.
Right.
I hate to be the one to tell you the truth. What's that word with the F again? Facts. That all of those folks who are like I have been and I will always claim myself to be an addict, even though I don't tend to go in that direction anymore. That has been it's a moment by moment, second by second, day by day process for me, because I will always identify myself like an AA meeting person would. I am a foodaholic. I have been one. I've been addicted. I've had a piss poor relationship with food since I can recall. Like I said, I remember it being, I think, 8 or 9 years old, going to Lockwood Hill, going over there with the Lockwoods, a place that's in Charleston, South Carolina. Peace out, my people. Had the greatest time with my folks over there on Lockwood Hill. And I would go over to one of the Lockwood's house, gonna give a TT, you know who you are. And I remember being in her bedroom, my mama visiting her mom, and she like, your eye long. Which in rare layman terms mean, you greedy. Tammy, you greedy. I was like, I might have been a little older than that, but she was slightly older than me. And she's like, your eye long. And I felt some type of way. And she just don't want to share her candy or her cookies, all them crackers, all the biscuits, all the, because I was never satisfied. I would eat that, and then little did I know I was a hamster. They were in labs paying people to be test rats. People who get cash, checks, money, dinero for, hey, try this. You got the placebo, which is the fake. Then you got the real deal. They give them 3 different versions to see, so that they can get an earnest understanding as to what causes you to fetch. Bark. Woof. Woof. Bark like a dog. Woof. Woof. A big dog. Woof. Woof. This is what, for those of you who know Coming to America, this is what has been done in the very place that you call home, that we call home. This is what's done for the love of profit over people. And what, after you look at the IN for what on the back of a label? Ingredients. And then you look for the CA carbohydrates. Basically, what numbers are you trying to not exceed when you look at carbs? You think you remember?
It can't be over 15, right?
I try to keep me. You're youthful. You got more leeway, more give. You got more energy to spend this bank of carbs. Your cells are new per se, and you don't have or have not done the damage that I have done. So yeah, you could be in the 15 per servings, the teens per servings would do you just fine. Me, sister girl, has done the do on this body. We have been morbidly obese, to getting things done to not be obese, and still being obese just with things done, to just being plateaued and stuck, although having procedures done, and never quite getting it together. I've done the damage, I've done the do. I have taken this body of mine through hell and back, and I failed upon failed upon failed upon failed, and I was finally gifted the recipes of what works long term, and was able to take that and run with it and master it. And now I want to be a blessing and show others that it can be done. And it has nothing to do with procedures. It has nothing to do with any pharmaceutical anything. There is nothing in a bottle that's been condensed and reduced down to a pill, some sort of salve. Well, you can go in the woods and get some salve now. That do work for real. But you get the gist of what I'm saying, where I'm coming from, that is going to do it. And working out is not where it's at. Again, working out is just icing. Sorry for the pun. Lord knows we don't need no icings. But that's where reference point for me. That's the example. On an already wonderful cake. You don't need it. That cake good. It didn't need the icing. But it helps me want to do more. It helps me want to stay on task. It helps me keep movement and feeling amazing and feeling strong. It just gives me, y'all see them guns? Like, yeah, I got still some of the tag of the damage that I've done to my body on me, but Lord no, this thing was down here, y'all. I'll show y'all the pics. That thing was real, and I didn't have a collarbone. You couldn't see it. It was buried. It was buried deep. Just being transparent is all. Don't judge me. And you can if you want to. Don't matter. Anywho, after you look at the carbs, you're trying to keep yours in the teens. I'm trying to keep mine in the single digits to 0 digits to single digits. You get over 8 and 9, I's got a problem with that. If I see that on my carbs, and I'm looking at the serving, and servings means that for each time, if it's individually packed, wrapped inside of the container, inside of the packaging, then that means each one of those are the whatever carbs, whatever sugars for each one, because contents will say out of 10 packages inside of this bag, this is how much. They'll even tell you totally, oh, there's 147 grams of carbs in this entire bag, right? But anyway, those are the things that I'm trying to educate you to focus on, so that you won't have to perpetuate the conduct that was gifted to me. I came in a world of, yeah, you got your collard greens, but you got candy yams. And why was the candy? Because your mama dems had the brown sugar, the white sugar, sometimes molasses, pineapples. I ain't gonna give y'all all the recipe of that, because those of y'all who know, I can roll a pot. And if I decide to roll a pot like that, I want people to come by and be like, Lord, what you put in there? I ain't gonna tell you everything. But we will stick to the sugars. Maltodextrin.
What is that?
Sugar. The nutritional facts. And under the nutritional facts, if you see that word, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, dextrin, so many words that needs to be related to you, educational moments for you that you need to be alarmed about. The conversation came up about how the person is trying to make a sale, right? They're just human beings trying to make a sale. So what would you do if you're trying to make a sale? You're going to put your best foot forward. You're going to learn from the other big players, Kellogg's, all these big players out there in big business industry, and you're going to put everything on the front of the bag. What is aesthetically pleasing to the eye, what's immediate, what causes for the quickest motion or action under lights and glitter and color, and what's alluring. Front. So if you're going to still buy my products, buy the front of the bag saying I'm sugar free or no sugar added. That's one thing they're doing now.
Oh no, they put keto. They put keto.
That's another thing that they do. They love this word keto. You know, I think that's a thing that people are into, a keto. Fat free. These are marketing tactics that are utilized to get your dollars, like anybody would. If I got a product, I'm going to put my best foot forward for the product. I don't have to have integrity about the product if you ain't got none for you. Don't hate the player, hate the game. It's game. So if you're not going to take the time to turn it around, do your due diligence about what it is that's in it, how you expect me to care? I need that dollar. My boat is waiting. The second boat, the yacht. I need that. Y'all bought the first boat and didn't care. What's the word? F-A what? Facts. Y'all did that. Thank you. Appreciate you. So if y'all gonna buy that second yacht that's bigger than the first, this one leather, and me and the mister or the missus can sleep on it at night to be away from the kids. Facts. That's not my problem. It doesn't say that that's illegal here in this country. It says I can do that. So I'm going to do that. So it's up to me to be intentional. Turn it around. Take the time. You're going to give up that time regardless. I don't care how you play this thing. I do care. I wouldn't be on here if I didn't care. But it's on you how you play this thing. You can play it nice. Take the time now, looking at the ingredients, looking at the nutritional facts, and making a intelligent, constructive decision about what's going in you. Or you can get it on the other end. Come see us at the hospital. That's how we work. You gonna get it. You gonna get this thing. Only way you don't get this thing is massive car accident, gunshot, stroke. And I can't even say you ain't gonna get it on the stroke end because folks be stroking. And now you walking around with, you got contracture, which just means that whatever side was affected by the stroke, by the vessel bursting in the brain, will then be contracted, unable to be moved from your body or managed. You won't be able to have the mind and body connection to say, I want these fingers to move. I want to pop lock. You won't be able to be popping, locking nothing. All that's going to be stuck to you or stuck in a way with the droop, with the leg dragging. This is no disrespect to anyone who has these issues. You can still be not healed from those issues, but you can keep from having the second and third and the fourth stroke, because those who have had a stroke, it's coming back for you. And 9 times out of 10, there's no connection that it was here that caused the stroke in the first place. It's something that just jumped on you like a tiger. It just came from out of nowhere. My mama them had that thing, and they gave it to me. No, correction. Your mama and them had that thing, and they nurtured it. They poked the bear over and over again, relentlessly poking the bear. And I was always told, don't turn water on and have it constantly running in a harsh, coarse winter. And that water is just settled in the pipes, just constantly there in the pipe. Just just sitting in the pipes. Begins to swell. And what does pressure do to pipes?
Blow it up.
It blows up. Pressure busts pipes. It's something. It's just so much to unpack. There's just no possible way for me to unpack it all in a video or even multiple videos. These are going to have to be constant interactions of being educated, because this took years, guys. It just took years to get years of failure. Years of failure. Years of trying to figure out, why can't I get this right? What's wrong with me? It wasn't anything wrong with me. This is a system. It's a game, and you just have to know how to play it. You have to first identify that it is a game. You can stick your head in the sand. Is Cameron in this car? It feels like it. She's my 7-year-old. She's very, like, see? Just constant movement. See?
Yeah, just putting it down.
Picking it up, putting it down, messing with the things down there, shaking the leg. Just, it's like a rabbit. A little black rabbit. What's wrong with that? Little black rabbits, so pretty. Sickening, but they're pretty. Anywho, I had cut my hair, y'all. That's a whole nother video. It's just too much to unpack to do it here. I just want to give you guys an outline, a rough draft of all that Nurses in Conversation can go in depth about. Again, this was practiced. It was researched. I have documents. I have researched. I have other doctors and health professionals research and studies. This works. It's long term. It's not a fad. I am not radical. I am not insane. No, for real though. It's facts. You can't escape this. You can try. I didn't say it was easy. Is this life easy? Why do we expect this to be? There are no shortcuts for those there's this Zymphora. I'll put the name up there in the description on the top. It's for type 2 diabetics. There are injections, causes you to not be hungry, and therefore a byproduct of this diabetes medication is that you end up losing weight because your appetite is depressed. That's that rabbit again, y'all.
It's not. It's just.
It's the rabbit.
Because I don't want to put it down. So
I prefer for you to put it in right there on your lap. Then it won't make noise. We'll see how long the rabbit hole still this time, y'all. See?
Okay.
Wasn't even 2 seconds.
Oh.
We'll see how long the rabbit hole still this time. I think this is time number 30,003. Anywho, trying to make a video with children in the car. Layman's terms, children. Children. Because to deal with them is labor. Anywho, you can try to escape it. You can try to bypass. You can try these little trick things. Y'all know the R word.
It was.
This is what they're flicking now, y'all. They're flicking it. Note to self. Next video, don't have no chilling in the curve or in the video. When you try to do stuff, everything comes against you. Yes, baby. I just ain't opened this garage. I've been sitting in front of this door for 30 minutes. Because I know when I open the garage, all them churns gonna come running out here. Okay, coming. Thank you, baby. Bye.
30 minutes.
Him care. It's been 30 minutes.
Wait, actually has. It's nice though.
I keep getting interrupted. I got the rabbit squirrel, little black one, to my right over here, and a very concerned husband who said, "You said you was gonna be home 30 minutes ago. I was just checking on you." So nice to be thought of. Moving on. This Exempra, I'm so jacking up them people's names. Good thing they ain't trying to sponsor me. It doesn't change the mind. When I had surgery done to change my body in order to get me to lose weight, it didn't change my mind, y'all. The BBLs don't change the mind. The total abdominoplasty does not change the mind. The moving fats around, the body contouring via plastic surgery, the skin removals, the gastric sleeves and the bypasses. Mind you, I've participated in all these. I am surgery. I've participated in them when it was elective and you came by with your credit cards and you're paying cash to have them surgically done. I'm like the doctor's sidekick. We right there. I'm holding all the flesh back, wiping the blood, the liposuctions. I'm your girl. I'm right there. So I've seen so many ends of the spectrum, and I see the return. I see the failures. I see the devastation mentally of I've done so much to try to bring change, positive change to my body, and look where I am. I've been so extreme. I've flown to different countries to have things done just to return back to where? You got the same habits. The mind. The mind convince yourself that a knife was going to be easier. I'm laughing at myself too. But it's amazing how the mind is so powerful. It convinces us that the knife and going under anesthesia, you got more than a toenail in the grave and 1 foot in the grave and one on earth. That's facts. You playing now. We be playing. Why we be playing? You allow your mind to convince you that that's the way over reading a label over being suspect. You did that research to find that surgeon. Research. You call around. Hey girl, I heard Monique had was it Monica? Oh, that was Sheray's. Sheray's had that wasn't that Dr. So-and-so that did Cherie surgery? Girl, I heard he wasn't no good. You better go to Nikisha down place. Because Nikisha down. Oh, that was Barbara? No, that was Nikisha. Her people had, well, he was a good doctor. And you call in, so you know how to be intentional about what is important to you, what the mind is telling you at that time, what is important to you. And I get we go from precept to precept to precept. We grow in the mind. Most of us, now there's some of us who get stuck on this. I ain't gonna say it. When you make a rabbit, little black rabbit right here to my right, be still, they get sleepy. Her about to go to sleep on my video, y'all. I love you, beloved, and I see family collectively as a unit, as a team. We can do all things through the greatest power that strengthens us, a community. Reach out. Let me know, what is it that you want me to go over? What do you want to talk about? What topics are important for you? I will respond. I will reply. I am here to serve. Allow me to expose you to what gives me my success more often than not. Peace, my good people.